Hello, Angie here. Sitting here not doing much of nothing. I was laying down briefly and now I'm up and moving. Getting aggravated or agitated or aggravated or drove nuts or something. Anyway, so I thought I'd set up and chat for a bit. I went live for the first time on my one of my other profiles earlier. It was brief. I can't catch my breath. Anyways, the reason for that was, well, when I have community on and when I don't, and I used to have it and I don't anymore. I don't know what happened to it, but anyways, also my memory is full. I have 6 Googles, and I need to go through them and organize them. But anyways, I had to go to Madison today to go over to the Social Security office to turn in some stuff for my disability and SSI app. And I didn't feel like I didn't get anywhere with it, but I didn't exactly I don't think I had all the right paperwork, because I had like 6 documents I had to print and sign and turn in, and I wasn't able to print them. So anyways, plus I didn't ask the right questions. I'm not sure what the issues are with it, but I've got to figure it out soon. And I don't have transportation like I used to, so getting over there is a task these days. So wish me luck on that. I'm gonna need it. I've been I applied for almost about 2.5 years straight and kept getting denied, including with I got denied on an appeal and a reconsideration, as well as about 9 or 10 apps. So I think I'm on my 12th app between disability and SSI. So anyways, I need all the luck I can get with that. Anyways, I'm back to fevering still, and I think it's because of a parasite. I think it's causing sepsis. So I'm back to fevering and looking pale, and once the infection gets bad, my skin gets droopy and pale, and it starts swelling. My legs were freaking huge. My thighs. Usually, I can get it to subside, but it causes water retention too, because it starts shutting down it starts causing my total organ failure. And I've been having issues with total organ failure on my own for years, especially with heart failure and kidney failure. So, but anyways, it's I tried to have an MRI done to see, because I thought maybe it was a critter or parasite of some kind, and I wasn't able to get it approved, or I wasn't able to get it ordered. The MRI that did get ordered was on my brain after my head CT, and the insurance company had approved it. They had to approve it in order to schedule it. Anyways, for whatever reason, the insurance company ended up canceling it, which I'm thinking has to do with my untreated head trauma issues. But anyways, I had a head CT back in, I think, 9 or 10, and I think, to the best of my recollection, I believe it was fine. But anyways, I'm still having trouble with everything, and the worse I get, the harder things are to do, obviously. But I don't know. I guess I just figured. I guess I expected things to change and to maybe look a little brighter, versus people telling me not to jump off cliffs or anything. So not was the key word on that, by the way. Anyways, I don't know. But excuse me, I've been staying sober. I've quit smoking. Um, it seems like the more effort I put into trying, or if I put the least little bit of effort into something, it's like demon freaking fairies that are sitting on my shoulder, and they just chirp in my ears. Anyways, it's not funny anymore, but um, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have got to. I can't get anywhere with anything, so I'm kind of stuck. But anyways, I've got to do something, and something's got to change for the better because it just does. I can't. I'm not willing to take much more, and I'm not willing to maintain the miserable ass existence that I've got going on. So, my husband's funeral was in November of 2013, and I don't give a shit if it was real at this point or not, because quite frankly, there was something up with it whenever we had the damn thing anyway. But as I said, we are victims of identity theft. So if you know what, if it was bogus, or if it was misidentification, or if it was somebody straight heisting the fucking body, regardless, that's my life. That's the life I've led, and I haven't had him since. And I've had every reason to believe that I'm a legal widow. His death certificate's out of the state of Kentucky. My kids got survivor benefits off of him from the Social Security office. So I'm tired of hearing. I'm tired of hearing it. I've just today the little outing that to Madison. I had over about half a dozen women tell me that they had him and that he was theirs, and that I had no right to even be writing his name. I have no right to have his name on my social media. That he wants me to take it down, and that I thought they were done with me, and they're not even close to being done with me, and they're never going to let me have anything or let me have a life. And that they took even being a mother and a grandparent away from me. And I'm tired of it. And all it is, there's a ringleader behind it, back in it. And I think there's even somebody that goes higher than her that sidelines it, or that stays out of the limelight. But it's drove me a little nuts, if you can't tell. I've never been this low in my life. And I've begged with whoever it is. I've pleaded, I've cried, I've threatened, I've yelled, I've screamed. The woman caused me to walk away on numerous aspects of my life, and I hate her for it. And she takes a great deal of pride in that. And she blows in every so often, and every time she blows in my life, each time she blows in, it's worse than the last. And I'm not recovering anymore. There isn't no bouncing back. There isn't even staying the same anymore. Now it's she's done a number on me. And you people can call me whatever you want. You can talk shit, however, whatever. I'm the one going through it. And simple tasks in life, like going to the doctor and having blood work done, going and having x-rays done or a head CT done, going to the pharmacy and expecting antibiotic and getting crap, or expecting ibuprofen and getting drywall. It's taken its toll. Going to the grocery store and expecting coffee and coming home with crap. And I announced months ago that she was going to be blowing back in, and I made it known. And I even said things will seem like they're starting to go good. And all it'll be is her surveilling and studying and planning. And then once she gets control enough, or she feels like she's got control enough, then things will start to fade again, and it'll go back to being worse. Well, here we are. Everybody told me I was crazy and I needed help, and didn't know what I was talking about, and it was all in my head, and this and that, and here we are, and I don't know what to do. And there's an uproar with the community, with the neighborhood, even with the local law enforcement and the hospital. I haven't been able to get medical treatment at the local hospital, and I don't know how long. My kids haven't either. Um, anyways, I just don't know what else to do. It it's murder. She is literally having me and my family murdered, and having me murdered, and nobody cares. So you guys, those of you that know who she is and know what it is, then you need to do something, and you need to get it and get her under control and get it stopped, and you need to get whatever created spot she left behind or whatever part she left behind pulled, because I cannot take it no more. Can't take it no more. And you guys also need to realize that my husband and I both have as many looks as they feel are needed. They've got there was 900 and some caught stuff in at the same time 2 weeks back. Same with me. So, and I supposedly had over 170 imposters to my husband in the 16 years that I was with him, or with his ID rather. And like it or not, to the best of my knowledge, I married his actual ass in Scottsburg courthouse in 2000. So, and if he is alive, based on assuming I had the right one at the University of Louisville Hospital, based on that, then he would have severe. He would be almost brain dead. He would have a broken neck and a spinal injury. And whenever he was there back in 2013, November of 2013, they said that he was paralyzed from the neck down, and that he was brain dead, and that he would never walk again. And that there are ways of making it appear that way. Trust me, I found that out. And don't ever fall for it, because if you fall for it, they'll make it a reality. And whenever it starts, you can automatically tell the difference between them making it appear that way and it starting to be that. I've lost a lot of brain function, and there are days whenever I can't function at all. I just lay in bed and stare because of them making it worse, or wanting me kept off my feet, or not wanting me to process anything or whatever. And then there are days where I feel like I'm normal given my condition. I'm not 100% normal by any means, but I feel better. I feel like I can function better. I feel like my brain is got good blood flow. And then there are days where it just feels like there's nothing there, like it's just blank. So I don't know, but if they do have him, then I'd say it's most likely a possession thing. Or he left me prior, and whoever he left me with got, he was having an affair at some point. So I mean, it's possible that he could have left me for somebody. It's also possible that the person he could have took what he wanted, and whatever he left behind, he could have had his choice on who he left me with, I guess, which may explain why he was running, because there were height differences there in the end, and I didn't catch it, or I had brain trauma, or was off my rocker, or whatever. But anyways, the incident in my bedroom was believed to be him, and if it wasn't him, then he may have been one of the 7 that was in on it. So, I mean, there are reasons that would appear that he would hide from me for this long. but given the condition me and the kids are in and the stuff we're going through, I don't know if I see it completely or not. But I guess it's possible. I don't know. Anything's possible. I've learned that over the last decade too. So I don't know. I don't feel like I'm doing that great. I feel that whenever somebody starts losing their brain function, that they eventually lose their body and their organ function, which causes them to lose their life. Because you have to have a working, functioning brain in order to maintain life. You have to have functioning organs to maintain life. So I feel like I'm living terminal, and I think a lot of that has to do with the way I'm being done. Somebody's wanting me out of the way, and somebody's not ready to let that happen yet. So at some point, it's going to get to the point to where it's just going to be somebody wanting me out of the way, and there isn't going to be anybody there to stop it. So, if he is alive and walking around, maybe he's going through the same thing I am. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's happy. I don't know. But I'd like to see him. I never got to say goodbye to him. And if I remember correctly, at some point he was my best friend. He was my husband. He was my kid's dad. He was the love of my life. I trusted him with my entire life, every day, in every aspect. So, and I haven't had that since. I'll never have that again. When you have amnesia, and you have people messing with you 24/7, it takes its toll, and the more you can't remember, the more you doubt things, especially when you have when you hear all the rumors and the chatter. And they're notorious at using people to lure people out, and I don't want that by any means, but I'm tired of me and the kids going through it. And if you are out there and you are happy and you are healthy, then I'm happy for you, but you should have handled things differently with me and the kids. And there are questions over how many sets of kids we have and which set I had, and if you got away with the set or not even before your funeral. So, and I didn't know about all your imposters. I spent the whole 16 years thinking it was just you and I. So, I think I got a parasite. But anyways, I went to. I've lived with family since your funeral, or since his funeral. So, you know how that is. Whenever you live with family, you don't get any say so over anything, and I'm still dealing with the imposter thing, and that makes it worse because you never know who you got and what their motives or intentions are. And I've been calling people into question because of that very reason, because my health's so bad. So, anyways, my hope is to clear the air with a lot of people and get people stepped off of me, and hopefully get my own income and get a good medical insurance to where I can get a good doctor and go without people intervening and stopping it, and live on my own, and maybe either provide the kids a place to live close to me or in the backyard or something, or give them their own room or whatever. I don't know. So, but that's been my goal for the last 3 years plus. I mean, the second I sat down and actually put thought into it and started thinking about how I wanted to do it and what I would do and what what I would want our lifestyle to be like, things have gotten extremely bad. I get a lot of threats over using my identity, my name. I get a lot of threats over trying to apply for the Social Security or the disability or whatever. So I don't know, and there's a lot of rumors going around that somebody else who looks just like me, who may even have my prints, is living my life, and is doing so, getting medical treatment and having backing, with law enforcement, or with other members of the community. So I don't know. I hope not. Um, but I think a lot of it is mainly mind control, um, where people want to keep me under people's thumbs and nobody wants me out on my own. I know there's a lot of chatter of certain people keeping people watching me and watching my every move because they don't want me going around my husband, or the one they believe to be my husband, or they don't want me around my in-laws, um, which isn't an issue because I don't go around anybody, but I haven't seen my in-laws in years. I'm not going to be able to stay on much longer because I dropped the laptop the other day and now the fan's loose again. So, um, but anyways, I guess, if he is alive and walking around, I always loved you, and I'm not sure where we went wrong. I shouldn't have left the hospital. I should have. I was being threatened, and the kids were being threatened, and I didn't know who was who, and the people that I did see were cold and distant. Um, I didn't feel it didn't feel like family. I didn't feel wanted, and I felt scared for my life and scared for my kids' life, to the point to where, when me and Donna left the hospital, I should have stayed. Typically, I would have. Any wife would have, and I was. They had me terrified. I grabbed the kids and we left, and I went back two other times after that. Once with my ex stepfather-in-law, and once with my would be niece, and so I don't know, and my amnesia prevents me from being able to remember. Um, I can't. I keep struggling with wondering if he was handcuffed to the hospital bed, and I keep wondering, um, if he was on life support on a ventilator, and I keep wondering, if the white gauze was wrapped around his head the whole time. Um, I need to shave. I'm poor and broke and out of razors, so every time I shave, I gotta break out my electric razor, and it's a thing. But anyways, I'm broke and can't do anything for myself hardly. I haven't been able to help a lot of the kids. There's numerous sets of kids that are known as mine that, I've been involved with, their whole life. And they've all came to me in some fashion needing help, and there isn't nothing I can do for them. And each time I see them, when they come back, they're a little worse than the last time. So, anyways, it kind of means a lot to get out on my own. I do. I think I kind of want to live actually on my own for the first time ever in my life, and maybe try and help them as much as I could. But logically speaking, fixed income is fixed income. So, um, anyways, just trying to figure out, started going live on YouTube to try and figure out ways to settle rumors or vendettas that other people in the community had with me or with the kids or with my husband. And I swear it worked 2 or 3 times. Things went quiet and people stepped off, and it seemed lighter. And then it was like, it was, I can't explain it. It just started back up again, and it was like a sense of being normal, I guess. And everybody forgot that it had been cleared up, or that they figured out some things and went to the accurate people versus doing this to me and my kids. And that happened 2 or 3 times. And now it started back again. And the whole reason by filing, an app was that things seemed like they were getting better. And of course, every time I've filed one, I get threatened to be moved to a duplicate location, or I've even been threatened to be murdered over it, because for whatever reason, the woman does not want me filing. I don't know if she's got it in her head that she can draw off the benefits, or has me, or if she can get them, has her, or if somebody said that there was 5 of them living off me through family heirloom allotments, lawsuit payments, state assistance programs. I can't remember what else. Inheritances. And some of the inheritances were said to be strong-armed, which I think is what a lot of my family's problem is, because I didn't have much family to begin with anyway. After I had grandma growing up, I had my aunt, occasionally, and my cousin occasionally. But I had my grandma. And then I met my husband, and I had what I believe to be him, but is supposedly 170 versions of. But anyways, so it's just been difficult the last decade. So learning to, because I was 16 when I met Jason, when I met my husband. Jason was his middle name. Both of my sons are named after him, so it's confusing, it's conflicting, especially with people that are trying to start trouble. They'll go by rumors that they hear, and then it'll end up blowing back on the kids. The kids will end up being made a target because of the rumors, and they'll kick it with them and spend time with them. And by the time they figure out that the rumors that they heard were about, a grown-ass man, it's already created a spot or a rep that go with it. And I mean, it's ridiculous. But I don't get to see them much at all. I haven't seen my oldest in years. It's been several years since I've seen him, and he has numerous people, numerous of the kids that look like him and even act as him sometimes. So some, I believe, were raised as him. So for some of them, it's not their fault. That was just their life. And it took me a long time to figure all this out, and I should have handled it differently, but I was kept under people's thumb and kept under people's control and surveillance, so there wasn't much I could really do. Plus, with my condition, it was hard to determine, one from another. Plus, I can't pinpoint when they would get taken, or whenever, I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying not to piss people off and make things worse, and it seems like me breathing alone does that. So whenever I talk about stuff like this, tempers run high sometimes, and sometimes I just will go straight blank, and I'll be right in the middle of something and go blank, and that'll be that. But anyways, I don't know. I just things have got to change and have got to start looking up, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't. I'm stuck in a rut, and I've got to get out of it. And I don't like. I like stability and security. Um, I'm truly, truly still a baby. I whine and everything. Um, it's different than what it used to be, because before, I could go run and crawl up in my husband's lap and pout and whine and now I don't have that. So now I just do it secretly and deal with it. And, eventually, because of my condition, I'll forget, whatever it was and go on with life. So everything seems peachy. But before, I'd go and crawl up in his lap and whine or pout or whatever, and I'd get my way, and that would be that. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm rambling on, which I think maybe kind of was the point. I don't know. Anyways, I started my second profile. Started going live on my second profile. So, and the memory's full on it too. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Anywho, it's been 30 minutes and 53 seconds and counting. My concern with if my husband is out there, or even one of the ones that I truly believe to be my husband, he may be in the same condition as me or way worse, and he may not have a clue. And I think some of the kids are that way also, because they're notorious at, whenever they overtake somebody's life, they'll take them and set them out somewhere far from home, and they'll take their memory and they'll just walk. And sometimes they'll make it back, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they find other family and set up shop or set up life elsewhere. So I don't know. I know it's far-fetched. I mean, but it could be one, that I believe to be him, for all I know. But please, when you get with somebody and you spend your life with them, you need to know their life before you start dogging somebody out, or start trying to overtake somebody's life, or start controlling somebody's life and somebody's kids. And especially with their finances and home life. Because just because you're with somebody, that doesn't give you say so over the wife or the kids or the family. It rubs people wrong. Anyways, I hear them yelling at the dog, so I'm gonna get off here. Sometimes it feels good to just talk, and sometimes it doesn't. So, but anyways, gotta go, and I hope you guys have a great evening.